locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Bon Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. It's the day after night in Venice. We are recovering here in the locker room. Andrew Leeds, the intern's with me, though. I get the locker room youth movement. The intern, Andrew Leeds, and my producer, Danny Ryan. Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Billy. How you doing today?
So you had a late night last night, huh, Andrew?
Yeah. I was working the Luke Combs concert, selling some merch. I was there until 2 in the morning doing count out. And then, I probably got to bed at like 3:30, 3:45-ish, so.
All right, and of course, the producer, Danny Ryan.
How we doing today, Billy?
Danny coming off a marvelous, outstanding job that you did for us Friday night down there in Wildwood at the Dutch Hoffman Memorial Lifeguard Races. You were you were cool and calm under pressure.
Yeah, a few technical difficulties, but you never would have known a thing. So I'm just glad we got it up. It was a good event, and you guys did a great job. It sounded great on the air.
Of course, once again, Avalon won the event with 20 points. Brigantine and Wildwood tied, but Brigantine got the tiebreaker because they won the doubles. Atlantic City was in fourth, and Seattle City finished fifth, which sets the stage for Friday night's Margate Memorials, which we'll be covering and broadcasting live from Margate. Of course, Dan Adams, Jack Brooks, and John McShane will be joining us. And Danny, you'll be in the box with us again, running the show.
Yes, sir. Back running it back.
So, Dan, give me your first impression. You've never been to a lifeguard race.
No, I mean nothing like that.
Explain. Make an observation for me.
I can't even imagine just like, let alone swimming out to where they swim out to start, and then turning around and swimming back to the shore, getting ready to sprint in to run through, the overpass. I just can't even imagine that. I mean, the strength that these lifeguards have, and especially the rowers as well. I mean, it's remarkable. The runners, the rowers, the swimmers. I mean, they all were just, they were all beasts.
How about coming in with the waves? You have to keep the boat straight. I mean, there was Sean Blair from Atlantic City just blew right by everybody with an outer break, inner break. He passed everybody.
It'd be different if we were talking about like still water here, like if they were swimming in a pool and they were racing. No, this is a current. This is literally dragging you. As you mentioned on the broadcast, it was pulling them literally to the left from where we were stationed in that lifeguard tower.
There was a little bit of a current blowing north with the wind, and so where they started, it wasn't where they finished. They finished north of the course, but that was a great event. Chief Stocks and Captain Chief Stocks of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Captain Ed Snyder, and Chris Callahan did a great job, and they rolled out the red carpet for us, and we had a lot of fun. Now, last night, fellas, was night in Venice, and I posted on my Facebook page and my Instagram at LockerRoom973 the picture of the boat. We had a lot of fun. Josh Hennig, Mike Carlin, my brother Bobby was the captain, and I was on the boat. And, it got off to a great start. It saw a lot of people that we knew, but then the storms came. And everybody had to ditch it. We were lucky. We were right by my brother's dock when all this happened. So
I can't even. That must have been a little scary for a second.
You should have seen the lightning bolts coming down. I mean, like I've never seen. Well, I have seen it, but there were some of the biggest lightning strikes I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I was in Philly when it started pouring, and I mean, it's so interesting when a stadium, when it's pouring like that and like everybody's in the corridors and it's filling up. I can't even imagine being on water. Like, thankfully, thankfully you were by the dock. For people who weren't by their docks, I can't even imagine what that was like.
So there was the parade was interrupted by the big storm, but then the parade continued. Of course, it wasn't. We couldn't make it the whole way because it really got extremely dark, and we just decided to pack it in. We never made it through the whole parade route. And a lot of boats did bag out overall, but it was a great time, and we saw a lot of people, a lot of friends. Of course, we saw John McShane and Jack Brooks at a party, and several people. We were waving. We had little footballs that we were giving out, and it was a great time, man. And there's pictures on.
You had a
Instagram.
busy weekend, Billy.
You know what?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I am.
I can imagine.
No, because
it's also like all in the sun as well, all these activities.
Yeah, and leading up to the race, all the stuff that I had to do prior to the race to get it all going.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. Then race day comes, and you're fired up because you're doing a broad. It's like getting ready for a sporting event.
Yep.
It's like you're and then after the game's over, you go, and then I had to go right back at it again on Saturday's show.
Yep.
Saturday morning, night in Venice. We were really busy. So after today, I think what I'm going to do today?
Take a nap.
I'm going to get my beach chair. No, I'm going to get my beach chair. I'm going to get an umbrella, and I'm going to plop it in the sand, and I'm snoozing. I'm going to be on the beach from 2 until 6 tonight.
Yeah,
just chilling.
I'm gonna be working from 2 to 6. So that's gonna it's gonna be fun. It's
you're working right now, Intern.
I'm working right now too.
We got a great show lined up today, as always. Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. We'll talk to Tommy. A lot of stuff going on in Major League Baseball now. Of course, of night in Venice, I didn't get to watch the Phillies game last night.
Oh, brutal.
But I did see a little bit of the replay.
Brutal.
They lose 7-6 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yesterday, guys, on the show, we talked about the roller coaster ride. We all like roller coasters down here at the Jersey Shore, Wildwood, Ocean City, Atlantic City, with all the rides, right?
Yeah.
I don't like this roller coaster ride.
It was brutal. I mean, I was watching it live when they got runners on first and third. I believe it was the 8th inning. No, it was the 9th. Runners on first and third with 1 out, and, a fly ball ties the ball game up at 7-7.
Right.
Instead, in classic Phillies fashion, as my friend predicted at the time that was right next to me, they grounded to a double play to end the ball game. 7-6 Pirates win. It was just, you can't do that.
Ready?
Uppercut a baseball one time and get it in the air.
They can't score. They can't play small ball well.
It's just such a mental game. And I know baseball as a whole is a mental game, but with them, I really feel like it bothers them sometimes. Like, they get in their own heads way too much, and they just shoot themselves in the foot all the time.
We're going to talk about a subject that I brought up yesterday about the starting lineup, just to see what the youth movement thinks. Get your opinions on it. But Nick Castellanos is very disappointing right now.
Batting 275.
Wait, ready for this? Since July 4th, he's 10 for 84. 32 strikeouts. You know what his batting average is? 119.
Yeah.
119.
No, he's back in the slump.
He's been abysmal. I mean, it's a shame. Obviously, he had such a great start to the first half of the season. But ever since the All-Star break,
as he's been, he's still batting 274.
Yeah,
with
it's
14
impressive.
home runs. But 32 strikeouts. This team doesn't make contact.
Same thing with Trey Turner right now, too. Castellanos is back into his slump of his old ways when he's chasing after these outside sliders. If it's not an outside slider, it's a pitch outside of the zone. And Trey Turner is doing the same exact thing. I mean, he's been struggling with that all year long. If this becomes the norm for him and he, falls into an entire second half slump, Phillies are in trouble. And I think, Billy, this is going to segue perfectly into the deadline that's coming up in just 2 days on Tuesday.
And it is a great segue. Do you realize in 2009 through 2011, the Phillies made 3 big trades in a row? Can you guys name? Do you know off the top of your head?
So
I know one was Cliff Lee.
One was Cliff Lee in 2009.
Roy Halladay. That wasn't a trade. That was a sign.
Right. Roy Oswalt.
Oh, and Hunter Pence.
And Hunter Pence.
Yep.
All on July 29th, 3 years consecutively. So, what do you think?
Oh, you're talking deadline deals.
Deadline deals. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I pose this question to you: What deal are the Phillies going to make? Are they going to go for a right-handed bat? Are they going to add some pitching depth? I personally think that this team needs to score runs. They need offense.
Yeah. No, I think they need a right-handed bat that can play either first base or the outfield as well, preferably both. And if it's not a right-handed bat, a left-handed bat is fine, I suppose. But my ideal trade package was Marcus Stroman and Cody Bellinger from the Cubs to come to Philadelphia for a package of Mick Abel, Griff McGarry, and a lower-tier top 10.
You're going to get rid of 2 pitchers?
Yeah, I am. For lower-tier top 10 position-playing prospects.
Mick Abel is not...
He's got a 4.50 ERA, close to it in Double-A this year.
How about McGarry?
McGarry's been good. But at the same time...
You got to give up something to get something.
Exactly.
I understand this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger would be great.
It's not ideal at the moment because the Cubs are now on a 7-game win streak, a game above 500 at the deadline. They're still in the wild card race, so it's probably not, they're not going to sell. Another guy, Luis Robert Jr. I think it might be, it's Luis Robert Jr.
Duvall from Boston.
That's a very small price too to pay for Duvall.
I don't think you'd have to pay a lot for him.
No, probably not.
Right. And of course, I'd be remiss to mention the fact that the Mets have pretty much waved the white towel.
Oh,
you
we'll
know, white
talk about
flag,
that
right?
soon. Max Scherzer
Right?
traded to the Rangers. David Robertson traded to the Miami Marlins.
Can we queue up that? Maybe do it on the other side. We'll queue it up.
I can do it right now if you want. I've got it.
So let's set it up. Max Scherzer. The Mets get rid of David Robertson.
Yes.
All right.
Their closer.
And then he starts chirping that, they just got rid of our best closer.
To a division rival.
To a division rival. And by the way, when he pitched for us, he didn't pitch that great. I mean,
no, he was inconsistent.
He was inconsistent.
Or he was injured.
Remember, he had 2 stints with us too.
Yes.
And he
first one, he didn't even throw. I think he threw like 1 pitch in Phillies uniform.
Then he goes to Chicago, starts pitching well.
Yes.
And then comes back to the Phillies, and he was average.
He was meh. Yeah.
He was average. He was right. Intern.
Yeah, I would say he's pretty meh. Like he had his good moments, has bad moments.
Also goes to tell just how bad the Mets bullpen was this year. He was the best reliever in that bullpen.
Then he goes to the Mets, and he's the best reliever.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? So he gets traded, and then this is what Max Scherzer has to say.
That there's time guys together, that there's still a run to be made.
Obviously, he's biting his lip.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to say too much. You see, he's pissed off.
Yeah,
right?
He's got the crazy eyes in that interview. I mean,
he does have.
He's overall just a crazy look to himself.
He does have a crazy eye.
He's got 2 different colored eyes.
2 different colored eyes.
Yeah.
You ever see like
like David Bowie had that?
Yeah, and so like I've seen Siberian Huskies. I've seen Siberian Huskies with 2 different eyes.
I forget what that's called. There's like a name for it, but I forget what it's called. Off the top of my head.
Baseball players, especially golfers, have to have, and even hockey players, great eyesight.
Yeah,
right? You have to pick up a ball coming at you at 95 to 100 miles an hour.
And with pretty much every sport, great hand-eye coordination.
And
so important in baseball.
I think who was the famous player to see? You see the spin on they play for the Red Sox.
Not sure.
His name eludes me, but he can see the spin of the laces spin on the ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see it, you can hit it. If you can't see it,
really,
right? You have to have keen eyesight.
And really quick, Billy, the disease, that causes you to have 2 different eye colors is called heterochromia.
Heterochromia.
It's a big word. Yeah.
Billy, we can talk about this more on the other side, but obviously we played that audio. Max Scherzer was then traded to the Texas Rangers in exchange for Ronald Acuna.
And he waived his
no trade clause. It was like about a 5, maybe 4 hour limbo in which we weren't sure if he was going to waive his no trade clause, but they're a first place team, so he did. They get Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother, Luis Angel Acuna. He's the number 44 overall prospect in Major League Baseball, and he was batting .315 with 7 home runs, 42 stolen bases, and 51 RBIs with the Texas Rangers minor league system.
So we go on the mound with Tommy Greene at the bottom of the hour. We'll ask him who he thinks what he thinks the Phillies need to do to strengthen themselves, either offensively or defensively, and then we'll preview Sunday's game against the Pirates.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
The first hour, and then hour 2, we got to get into the birds because training camp has started. And you, intern Andrew Leeds, you're working at the Eagles, right?
Yep. It's been crazy.
You doing merch?
I'm doing merch. Yeah, the last 2 nights were crazy.
And the Kelly Green shirts came out.
Well, they leaked. They come out tomorrow, and I'll be working there.
They came out yesterday. There was a big article that came out yesterday.
They unveiled them.
They leaked early. So tomorrow, 9 a.m., come to the pro shop. I'll be working. I'll be selling them.
How many people do you think are going to be there? Thousands?
Yeah. It's going to be
easily
out the door.
Especially at the link. I can't even imagine like the Cherry Hill location.
People said they're already going to prepare Jello shots in the parking lot.
This is an Ocean Drive, guys. Come on, let's get our jerseys and get out. Come on.
All right. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, brokers, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati the Main Line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati the Main Line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, their Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. From your daily commutes to weekend road trips, it's the Maserati Gregale. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and the Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The hunt for October continues on ESPN Radio.
Another home run for Baltimore here in the inning.
While the Baltimore Orioles have fought their way to the top of the AL East, the Yankees are right in the thick of the wild card race, and they go head-to-head in Baltimore this weekend.
Throw to the plate, and he's out at home.
The Yankees and Orioles. Coverage begins today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring at Walmart today.
When you're talking about seafood, the word that matters most is fresh. When you're looking for fresh seafood, the place that matters most is the Jersey Shore. Go to a restaurant in Jersey. You're getting the freshest seafood you'll get anywhere. Find your next delicious meal at seafood.nj.gov.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, the Locker Room Youth, producer Danny Ryan, and intern Andrew Leeds here with me today, getting a fresh perspective from the young cats, the Locker Room movement. Want to remind people that our website is up and running.
Yeah.
Andrew Leeds has done a great job with that.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you. We got a lot of good stuff. It's the locker room, BillySchwein.com. You can see all of our articles. We got Phillies Weekly articles of the show previews, and we also got Michael Doctorowicz's
our new columnist.
Doing a great job.
He is doing a great job. I've been reading his pieces. Got to go to our website to check it out. Of course, we have the photo tabs. We'll upload all the pictures from Night in Venice are
Yeah.
the boat parade. I thought our boat would look pretty good, man. We get to see a lot of people. Last night, it's unfortunate that it rained there for a bit, but we got back in the parade and had fun. Josh Henning and Mike Carlin were with us, so we had a good time.
The other Schweiner.
Yeah, the other Schweiner.
The identical Schweiner.
We said he's the captain now.
El Capitan.
While we were on the Night in Venice parade, the Phillies and Aaron Nola. But what the heck happened there? Danny, I didn't get to see it, so why don't you enlighten me?
Do I have to?
Yeah,
I mean, do I really have to
look,
tell
I
you?
got all the stats right in front of me. Here's what I do know. Between Schwarber and Castellanos, they were both 0 for 7. They were 0 for 7.
Yep.
All right.
Aaron Nola, 4 2/3
5
innings
strikeouts
pitched.
between the two of them.
Yep. I mean, Aaron Nola didn't support them at all on the pitching end of things, too. They were putting the pressure on that batters. 4 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 1 home run allowed. Of course, you got to get that in there if you're Aaron Nola. 3 walks and 6 strikeouts.
So what's that, 20? That's got to be, 26 home runs he's given up?
24.
24 home runs?
24 on the season.
I mean,
Which
that's just
leads the majors.
That's just an awful performance.
What's-
I mean, he's been bad.
ERA
all
now
year.
up to 4.43 on the season.
like 7 runs from just
So he
your
went
starter.
4 2/3 innings. He gives up 5 earned runs. 4 2/3.
7 runs total, 5 earned runs. Yep.
Through 98 pitches and 4.5, 4 2/3.
Billy, and we talked about this off the air before we came back from break. Hate is a strong word. I don't hate anybody. I certainly don't hate an athlete I do not know, but I strongly dislike Aaron Nola and how he performs for the Philadelphia Phillies. A guy like this.
It's a microcosm of what's going on with the team in general.
But a guy like this.
He comes out, he comes, look, his record, he's 9-7, and I know his ERA is inflated, but it's a microcosm of the team itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're on a roll. We're not a Playlands roller coaster. We're on the Phillies roller coaster. One day I'm excited, watch the games every single day, and then one day you're happy, they satisfy you with a nice win, and then the next day they come out, look like the bad news Bears.
Yeah, and regardless of the bad performance for the Phillies yesterday or bad performance for Aaron Nola yesterday, the Phillies still should have won that game. A double play to end it. They had a prime position to at least get a sacrifice fly to tie the game up at 7-7 and go to extras. So I'm not going to blame this game entirely on Aaron Nola because the offense showed up. They were in it till the final pitch, and they just came up short again.
Yeah, they only had 8 hits yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy they were able to score
Like-
6 runs and 8 hits.
Right, 8
but-
hits.
Yeah, I funnily enough, I got to go on my break last night from working the concert and see that last 9th inning when he hit that double
Right,
play.
right.
It was
Ready for this?
It was heartbreaking.
The Pirates pitching staff walked 9 Phillies batters.
Yeah.
Walked 9.
Could you imagine?
Should have
if,
about
like-
another. We should have 10 runs scored.
Yeah.
One bright spot was Yohan Rojas, the youngster, getting some outfield time yesterday. I got some audio if you want me to play it, Billy. He
Why
made a
not?
diving catch.
Why not?
Kid's looking smooth, man. I'll tell you what, he's looking smooth.
Trey Turner's got 12 errors.
Ugh.
Yeah,
He's a career 302, 305 hitter, I believe 302. What's going on with Trey Turner, guys?
I don't know.
I have
man.
faith, but I just this season may not be it for him. I still have faith. He's still a decent hitter. He's certainly better than Didi Gregorius, who was playing for a majority of last season before he was cut by the Phillies. But I have faith. You gotta have faith.
Let me ask you this, intern.
Yep.
Yesterday I posed this question to Josh and Mike Carlin, and both of them pretty much touted the company line. You can't change the lineup. The lineup's dictated by the front office and not by the manager. Do you guys agree with that?
Well, they switched
I
it
think
up
they have
yesterday.
a lot of influence. The front office definitely has a lot of influence.
If
but-
I was Robbie Thompson or whoever really makes the lineup up, I'm going to put my 4 best hitters up front. Then they said, well, you don't want to piss off Schwarber. You don't want to piss off Trey Turner. They're not producing. And if you're trying to win, what do you do as a manager? You're trying to win. So why don't Stott, Bohm, Marsh, they're your 3 best hitters, right? And Harper.
the daycare kind of carrying us right now.
Put them up front. So figure out a good right, left situation.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen,
Yeah.
but why not?
It's never going to happen. And I think the biggest change you're going to see in the Phillies lineup, barring unseen circumstance, is Trey Turner yesterday being lowered from the number 2 spot for the first time in forever, all the way down to the 7 spot.
Right.
And Nick Castellanos replaced him at 2. I liked that move. Get some more, less pressure off of him. If Schwarber strikes out, then he's essentially tasked with leading off the game with 1 out. So if you put him in the 7 hole, less pressure, and he could, get a few sneaky base hits, but he hasn't been showing.
Marsh is batting 282. He's been consistent all year long.
Yeah, Marsh. I've really
Marsh
enjoyed his
he's been
production.
fluctuating between 290 and 270.
Yeah,
He's right around that area the whole season.
It's a little underrated how good that move was to pick him up last year. I mean, he's been great for us. Maybe not great, but he's been consistently very, very
Harper,
good.
even though he's not, his power is kind of faded away from him, or he's coming back from an injury.
Yeah,
he's still batting.
It's coming slowly but surely. Yep.
He still gets he gets his hits. He contributes.
And he plays one heck of a first base.
And
I'll
he's
tell
been
you
playing
that.
great defensively. All right. What about Stott and Bohm?
Real quick, Billy, I want to get your reaction on this because I know we talked about it before, and you're very passionate about former Phillies playing very well with other teams when they leave. Mickey Moniak is a name we've talked about a little on this show. Who would you rather have right now, Brandon Marsh or Mickey Moniak?
It's funny you should bring that up because when we got rid of Moniak, I said, I wish we could find the tape. I said, watch this guy. He's going to go. We're going to trade him. People I know there's even people at this station were like, Moniak's never going to amount to anything. Moniak's no good. The kid was a first-round draft choice, right? I said
he was 1-1. He wasn't just a first-round pick.
First-round pick. He was a first-round overall.
Yep.
All right, ready? I said, watch this kid's going to get. He's going to get traded, and he's going to start playing well. And lo and behold, what's going on?
And it wasn't going to happen in Philadelphia regardless. He needed a change of scenery, but batting .325 with 35 RBIs and 11 home runs, 62 hits, and 191 at-bats.
It happens to us all the time, Intern.
Yeah. No, I know. I did see, isn't his average against lefty? Like, I know everyone with Marsh, it's like, oh, he can't hit against lefties. But I think he's actually doing better against left-handed pitchers than
Yeah, so Moniak's batting a whopping .354 against righties, but very bad 167 against lefties.
That's insane.
Wow. Conversely, here's what goes on. We can get a player that's on fire like Trey Turner, career 305 hitter, and he comes here like Castellanos.
Yeah.
There's two players right there that we bring in that we're not going to cover off the ball in their previous address. Now they come here, they can't hit.
Yeah, I mean it's just a Philly thing.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
That was a theme of the night in Venice parade last night. It's a Philly thing.
I wasn't even trying to say that on purpose until I started saying it.
By the way, you know what I know?
Philly thing.
There were two in Ocean City, the boat parade last night in Venice. Only two teams were really heavily represented with people that with their houses was the Phillies and the Eagles. I saw that Gritty was there. They had a Flyers boat and maybe one house, but all the houses that were decorated were Phillies and Eagles.
I mean, they both made it to championship appearances. They're both the most relevant teams. The Sixers.
You could blame James Harden.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw a report that he's like the 19th best player in the NBA. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah.
That's a little high.
I don't think so.
No.
I would put him like top 40 player in the NBA.
I was going to say like 34.
But not top 20.
On the other side, we talked to Tommy Greene. We go on the mound with Tommy Greene. Brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. We're going to find out what Tommy thinks the Phillies need to do to improve their offense, or if they need some pitching help or some defensive help. We'll talk to him on the other side. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold up private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seeing it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and the Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Go shorty. It's our birthday. We gonna party like it's our birthday. Go to Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City this summer for our 5th birthday celebration. Go for the parties and the payouts. Go for the dining and the unwinding. Go for the memories that will last a lifetime. Go for the win at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City all summer long. For the full birthday lineup, visit theoceanac.com/5. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, The Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, giving us a young, fresh perspective on sports. But now, as we do every Sunday, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Sign up now for the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run in the Ocean City Boardwalk, Sunday, October 15th. Go to herocampaign.org to register today for the Hero Campaign's biggest fundraiser and help them prevent drunk and impaired driving. That's herocampaign.org. Let's go to the Maserati, the main line Sports Hotline, and welcome on our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tita Greene.
Good morning, Billy. Good to be on with you again.
Tommy, this is the official start of the dog days of summer.
August comes around. Hey, but we're getting a break. We're getting a break in the heat this week, so which is good.
It's beautiful down here, Tommy Greene. I mean, after that, we entered the locker room boat in the Night in Venice parade last night, and it was going really well until the clouds opened up. The storm. It was a hellacious thunderstorm, lightning bolts hit the bay. Everybody had to ditch it to the closest dock, but it was a great night. We had a great time, a lot of fun. But the Philadelphia Phillies didn't do so well last night. And we were talking before you came on, Tommy, we're talking about, there's roller coasters on the boardwalk here, Atlantic City, Wildwood, Ocean City. But the biggest roller coaster ride is the Philadelphia Phillies that we're on.
Well, there's no question. I happened to be at the ballpark. I happened to be at the ballpark in Pittsburgh on Friday night. As I told you in the past, we went, me and Mickey Morandini and my buddy John Brazier went out to play Oakmont.
Oh, okay.
With our friend Pat Rooney, and so we got to see, and we went to the game Friday night, and I got to see that, and the thing that's been happening, it happened again last night. I mean, bases loaded and can't get nobody in. I mean, it's like runners. I mean, they just can't come up with a big hit, even though they scored 6 runs last night. We got a win game. We scored 6 runs now. I mean, it's and it come back. I mean, we're just making too many little mistakes. Like, I mean, if we're pitching well, we're not hitting. If we're hitting, we give up some runs, but our defense lets it down, and we let him run. It's that type of thing right now. But we got to get off that to make a good push here and kind of separate ourselves a little bit from some of these wild card teams a little bit. But you can't go wrong. I mean, if you're going 4-2 every week, and possibly 5-2 every week, I mean, that's a pretty good winning percentage right there.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we do each Sunday throughout the baseball season. Tommy, the Pirates pitching staff walked 9 Phillies. I know we scored 6 runs, but you can't when you get an opportunity like that, you got to really take advantage of it. And the Philadelphia Phillies offense, we said this earlier. Nick, since July 4th, Nick Castellanos is 10 for 84. He's struck out 32 times, and he's batting 119.
He's he's going through a period now where he was like last year a lot, where he's chasing stuff, and him and Turner are in the same boat. It's like they're not seeing it again. I mean, you go through times where you struggle, and you have a tough time picking up things. And I mean, that's the thing about baseball. It's got a real good knack about keeping you honest sometimes. So those guys that hit 300 for a career, and I mean, they do it year in and year out, that thing, you got to have a lot of respect for it, because it's not that easy.
Right.
And I mean, but we can't afford to have, those 2 guys we're counting on. And we're where we at with not having, Turner hitting like he is, and we're missing Hoskins. And so, I mean, it's going to be one of those things. Hopefully here they possibly get somebody that can help us turn the corner a little bit and do some things.
Tommy, would it be incorrect for me to suggest that you go with your hot hitters up front in the lineup? I know that yesterday on the show, Josh Hennick, my producer, and Mike Carlin, my co-host, kind of laughed at me when I suggested that if I were Robbie Thompson, I would put I'd have Stott lead off. I'd put Trey Turner in the 2-hole only because he has the potential. He's career 305 hitter. Then I'd go with Harper, Bohm, and then get Marsh in there. You're talking get your top 5 hitters, just put them up in front of the lineup. They're producing.
Well, I mean, I know they're hitting them, but you don't want to put – I don't think you can really go that drastic and do that. You got to move a couple people maybe, or, move them down like that. That was a pretty big drastic change, moving Turner down from 2 to 7, but you don't want to disrupt that middle part of the order. Are they clicking? No, but they got the chance to start clicking, and they proved it over their career. They're those types of hitters where they can do that. But you can't say enough about what the daycare, quotation marks around it, has done this year. And they have, they've been consistent. You got guys that are hitting 280 and above, you can't ask for any better than that. And you got Stott's our MVP, if you ask me, right now. So, he's done it day in and day out, playing a premium position. And, you'd love for him to hit ball home runs, but man, he does the thing. He uses all fields, and every now and then he runs into one that can do some things. But I don't want him changing a thing, So it could be something that where you mess with him a little bit, maybe you put him up in the 2-hole or something like that, and have him do things like that. But you still got to be able to turn, that bottom of the lineup over, and that's what we've done well lately. So and hopefully our guys up top catch lightning, catch fire a little bit, because I swore we hit the 2-run homer the other night, and we had chances to do our thing, but we won the game 2-1. It's just we got to find a way to get the big hit now and not spoil good outings, or sometimes out hit some teams, because we're not hitting home runs right now either. It's time for some of these guys to catch fire a little bit and do some things.
Hey, Tommy, producer Danny Ryan here, and you mentioned sometimes the Phillies get out hit, sometimes they just simply cannot keep up with the other team's bats, and that leads us into Tuesday's August 1st trade deadline for 2023. What names are on your radar? We've talked about Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox a little bit, Adam Duvall from the Red Sox, Heimer Candelario from the Washington Nationals would be a cheap rental bat as well.
Duvall from Boston.
Yeah, I said Duvall, and then we got who would be on your radar, Tommy, as far as what you think the Phillies need?
Well, obviously they're looking for that right-handed power bat that could add some bump, along with to what we have already. Which we got guys that can get hot and hit some home runs, but they just haven't done it on a constant basis. But it's not that easy to do that. But we need some guys to start catching fire to do that. But the one that seems to have a knack to doing things, and he started out this way. Everybody's got the ball on the thing, and I really liked him, but it's how he's doing now, coming off that. I think he had a wrist injury, early in the year, or he started out hot and then had a wrist injury. Now I think he might be. He's back now, but I haven't really kept up with him that much. So but that guy would have been a perfect type of guy, and then the guy that's been mentioned also. But you're looking at in league rival, with Washington is the guy down. With the Nationals, the outfielder there. He's got some tools, but that might cost you some a prospect that you might not want to give up. So it's going to be that type of thing. He's running into the right situation for him. But like you said, the name I was looking at right off the bat until I started, I was reading up on him a little bit, was Duvall, because he's got that knack of doing some positive things, man. So hopefully he's healthy.
Well, he's got playoff experience, and he's a cheap rental bat.
Yeah, it's not going to cost you that much.
Tommy, as far as that bat in Washington, were you talking about Lane Thomas?
I think so, yeah. He's a good ball player.
Yeah.
Should
have been an all-star, arguably.
But that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you a little bit, because he's got some time. You'll have him for a couple of years, and then, with that type of talent right there, it's going to cost you, a prospect, a pretty good one. So.
Hey, Tommy Greene, this is Andrew Leeds. And, last night the offense did come to play, put up 6 runs, but Aaron Nola, again, just has not found his groove and not been consistent.
He's so inconsistent.
That's exactly pretty much where my question was going to be, is I'm not going to try to put it nicely. Like, what's going on with Aaron Nola from your eyes?
Well, he's hit or miss, man. Last night, what I saw of him was a little bit, that curveball started rolling a little bit. Sometimes I think they get happy with the off-speed stuff. Brennan, with him. It's always try a swing and miss all the time, rather less than throwing quality pitches down in the zone, which can get you ground ball outs early, which a lot of times when he's pitching well, that's what he's doing. But last night they took advantage of mistakes in the zone, and you got it. And then we make an error or misplay a ball a little bit, and it opens the gates. We still had a chance to win that ball game. We couldn't push it across. So, it was there for the taking. You're not going to pitch great all the time. He hadn't been the consistent there, like we've seen in the past, but sometimes that's the life of baseball a little bit. You get a little funky a little bit. You're trying to figure out, and everybody presses a little bit to try to, because they want to do well. They don't want to go out there and fail, but that's the nature of the game. You're going to fail. It's just how you handle it, and you keep going, and you keep working at it and do it, because he can go on the stretch where he pulls 3 or 4 in a row, and that's all about getting hot.
Yeah, getting hot at the right time.
Hard to pitch. It's hard to pitch with to a 2 ERA all the time. Right. That's unbelievable. You don't realize how hard that is to do day in and day out. It's a tough thing to do.
There's
a couple guys, they've done it.
Yeah. Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Today, Christopher Sanchez is on the hill. How about this guy? He hasn't had a win yet, and he's been pitching really well. His last 4 or 5 outings, Tommy's been unbelievable.
I mean, hey, the day you pitch, all you care about is your team winning. You know, I know they haven't done that, but he's pitched well enough for him to win.
He's got a 2.98 ERA, Tommy.
And see, you can't say back when I played a little bit, because we hit. If a pitcher said something about the team scoring runs, and our thing was, well, you better knock him in yourself. You know, if you're going to start talking about the hitting, you know what I mean? So it's a hard thing to do, is hit a round baseball with a round bat. Your job as a pitcher is to go out there and do the best job you can, keep us right there in games to give us a chance to win, and he's done that. You couldn't ask for any more of that than what he's done. And I mean, as of late, I mean, he hasn't been walking people. He's been, attacking the zone with his assortment. That's the way Leo Mazzoni back in the day put it. We're challenging hitters, but we're challenging hitters with your assortment of pitches in the zone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Quality pitches.
Today's starting
going down the middle. Yeah.
Today's starting lineup is out. Schwarber, left field, leads off, batting 185. Castellanos in right field, batting 274. Bryce Harper's the DH today in the 3-hole, 289. Alec Bohm.
They like him in the cleanup spot.
279 is his batting average. Trey Turner in the 5-hole, shortstop batting 242.
Ooh.
Edmund Sosa, 251. 6. Harrison batting 210. Harrison, 210. And Stubbs, 214. I mean, these guys are Rojas is cleaning up. He's in the 9-hole batting 350. But listen, these guys are like hitting right around the Mendoza line, these guys.
Well, so they're giving Stott a day off too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I play him every single day.
Well, I mean, I know it's hard to. It's hard to. It's it's a Sunday day game, getaway day. And the thing about this, they need to win this ball game. They don't need to let it slip out away from it. So they need to get this thing going, pretty quick here. Hopefully they can get jump on guys and get a lead and get going. But those guys will be available, if it comes down to crunch. Right. To come on. So hopefully you got to keep your bench guys hot and playing.
Yeah.
And Harrison's a professional. So he's a guy that he can hurt you. As far as the hitter is concerned, as far as drive, he hits it all over the place. But you just got to give him enough bats to get it going. He's got to. You can't tape it so much, BP.
Yeah.
You got to see. You got to see live game action stuff. So.
Hey, Tommy, talk to us a little bit about. You obviously played in Pittsburgh many times, but as a fan, you go there. What's your overall impressions of the PNC Stadium? What was it?
PNC Park.
PNC Park.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. This is the first time I've been there. The way it's located right downtown like that, and the view is unbelievable with the bridge and city and stuff in the back end. You're right there. It's right there in front of you. It's a beautiful place.
So,
and I tell you what, it was a great crowd there Friday night. When I was there, it was Is all getting.
And what happened to the ground? Tommy, what happened to the grounds crew? It was like the worst grounds crew job I've ever seen in my life. The rains came. They couldn't even get the tarp on the field.
We saw the rain coming. Hey, Mickey, we got out of there. We were keep looking at the radar because we knew since we played golf that day, we got the good radar report.
Right.
There was going to be storms in the evening, so we kept an eye on it. So it was in the top of the six. We got out of there.
Smart man.
And we made it out. And by the time we got to the car and just got out on the interstate, it opened up. The skies opened up and it killed a bunch of frogs that night.
All right, Tommy Greene. Well, listen, hey man, the summer's going pretty quick, Tommy. We got to get together down here for a couple pops.
I hear you, pal.
All right.
It sounds like you brought the rain down there last night when you were having a couple of pops.
We made it rain last night, Tommy. All right, listen, man. As always, we appreciate you and have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, man. I'll talk to y'all next Sunday.
All right, there he is, Tommy Greene. Every Sunday during the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Sign up now for the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk, Sunday, October 15th. Go to herocampaign.org to register today for the Hero Campaign's biggest fundraiser to help them prevent drunk and impaired driving. That's herocampaign.org. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, brokers, home developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or try the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The hunt for October continues on ESPN Radio.
Another home run for Baltimore here in the inning.
While the Baltimore Orioles have fought their way to the top of the AL East, the Yankees are right in the thick of the wild card race, and they go head-to-head in Baltimore this weekend.
Go to the plate, and he's out at home.
The Yankees and Orioles. Coverage begins today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Somers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Somers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Get fast, reliable Xfinity Internet. And now you can add a whole new way to watch the entertainment you love. Introducing Now TV, the best value in live TV and streaming. Just $20 a month. Get over 40 live channels. Plus, watch movies, shows, and live sports with Peacock Premium. A $5.99 a month value, included at no extra cost. Start watching thousands of hours of content in minutes. So whether you're an action junkie, a sports buff, or a romance fanatic, you can stream all the entertainment you love, all on the network made for streaming. Now through September 21st, get the best value in live TV and streaming, all on the best network. Switch to Xfinity Internet for $25 a month for 12 months and add Now TV with Peacock Premium included for just $20 a month. Call, click, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity Internet. Internet equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to Internet service. Actual speeds vary.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, the Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds. Now, off the air, we were talking about, I ran into some friends that I haven't seen in a long, long time. The Posse sisters, Monica and Joanne Posse. I used to call her Peppermint Patty. And you don't know who Peppermint Patty is?
Not off the top of my head. Andrew just showed me a picture. I'm like, okay, I've seen that character
She's
before.
a lot better
But
looking than Peppermint Patty.
I was gonna
She's
say
the freckles. Oh no, because she,
Yeah.
I just called her Peppermint Patty.
from when you were younger.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And,
much like any
but it was
redhead.
funny when I said, you don't know who Peppermint Patty is.
Listen, I suck with movies, shows. You ask me a character off the top of my head. If
You
it's
guys
not a
didn't know. Okay, so you didn't know who Peppermint Patty. You didn't know who Mr. Ed was.
Yeah, I knew who
How am I
Peppermint
supposed to know
Patty
what a creepy talking horse is? Come on.
It was not BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman's already creepy enough.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh man! Then we ran into Bobby on the dock. His name is Bobby. His last name eludes me, but we were going, Bobby. We were screaming at him last night. He was a lot of fun. He said he's going to call. I said, you're not going to call, and you probably won't even get up.
Yeah, probably in his 15th stream.
We're looking for you, Bobby.
All right, guys. Hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2 ahead of us. We're going to talk Eagles football. How about that? We talk Eagles
Sure.
football.
It's coming up.
Sir.
All right, let's get her going. Hey, listen, we're like, you know how sports teams struggle every once in a while.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just got to fight through it.
Yeah, we're all tired here, but
The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, the Locker Room Youth Movement, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
South Jersey business owners, when Eagles football returns to the airwaves this season, don't miss out. Make sure your business is a part of the Philadelphia Eagles season with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick on 97.3 ESPN. Touchdown! Every week, the NFL's most passionate fan base flocks to 97.3 ESPN radio to listen to their favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Advertising with the Eagles can help your business connect with the consumers you are trying to reach. 97.3 ESPN is the most listened to sports source in all of South Jersey. That's what makes 97.3 ESPN such a powerful station for your business's message. So this Eagles season, don't have your business sitting on the sidelines. Be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles season on 97.3 ESPN. To be a part of the Eagles season, call Market President Mike Rubel at 609-910-5249.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning and revolutionary online learning program that's changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by teachers and early childhood learning experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 7,000 learning activities and more than 650 lessons, it's the most comprehensive early learning site on earth.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
It's just endless what they can learn on ABC Mouse. I've always had to use 20 websites, and now I can just use one.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio, abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
When you want experience, go for the best. Pick up the phone and call Dennisville Fence.
Hey, South Jersey contractors, is your current supplier failing on your railing? Dennisville Fence can supply or install whatever type of railing you need. With the largest selection in South Jersey, we are your go-to source for cable rail, glass rail, aluminum, and composite. Plus, we have a mile of white vinyl T-railing in stock to help you stay on time and on budget. Have trouble getting up the steps? Our instant rail and ADA handrail will have you covered. Don't leave your customer in the dark. Our full line of low-voltage lighting will knock your job out of the park. With materials delivered right to your home or job site, we make it easy to get you the products you need when you need them. So start planning your project today. Visit DennisvilleFence.com or our newest location at 229 Shore Road in Summers Point. Again, that's 229 Shore Road in Summers Point.
Pick up the phone and call Dennisville Fence. 1-800-499-FENCE.
Visit DennisvilleFence.com.
When you hear this,
They've got him again!
and this,
He scored!
and this,
Oh boy, what a move by Embiid!
you think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Set! Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, as they give us a fresh, young perspective on sports. And guys, today I had a busy week as we established, and we broadcasted the Dutch Hoppin Memorial Lifeguard races Friday night. We had the Night in Venice boat parade last night with the locker room boat decorated. My brother's boat, he's got a 20-foot Robala. We had all decorated. So I'm kind of running on empty, but it's in a way, it's like a sport. It's like a professional sports team, right? The dog days of summer, Andrew. You got to fight through it. We're tired. We're exhausted. I know, Danny. You were with me Friday night, and you've had a busy weekend, but we just got to fight through it.
Yeah. No, you just got to keep on going.
You were out to what? You did the concert last night.
I did the concert. I didn't get home till 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah, and then I
Are
probably.
you drinking coffee? Do you drink any coffee?
No, I don't. I probably.
I'm not a
should.
coffee drinker. Danny, you a coffee drinker?
Yeah, I see his.
Look,
he's got
is that iced coffee? Is that
Yes,
iced
sir.
coffee?
Yes, sir.
I can't stand
Every
iced
show.
coffee is the only one I can't really. I don't like coffee that much. Iced coffee I could deal with. I just don't drink that often.
I like, if I do coffee, I used to drink it straight up black, right?
Yeah.
But then I got turned on to the sugar and cream in there. But I don't know. I'm not really a big coffee guy.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Say WATER.
Well, here's the thing.
Good, Danny. Don't think about it.
Here's the thing.
Say it.
No, I know. Here's the thing, though. When I'm at home, I'll be like, "Hey, Mom, get me a water bottle." But if I'm out to eat, I'll be like, "Can I have a glass of water?"
So my sister and her family, they live in Alabama. We say water. It's WOODER. They say water.
Water ice.
Water ice.
Clear water.
I'm like in between. I'm like water. Like
You're
I don't
water.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't.
No, I'm water.
You're not water, but you're not water.
Yeah,
I'm water. It's water.
Yeah, there's a lot of words I've recently realized that I've been saying wrong my whole life. That's kind of bothered me that nobody. So the main one that I just found out is what do you call like a scratch off like
lotto ticket.
Lottery ticket.
So say the first word.
Lottery ticket. Lottery.
I've up until like a month ago I said lottery my whole
Lottery.
Lottery like it's a law firm.
Somebody got that in your head.
Hey, producer Ryan.
What's going on?
Name another character in the Peanuts gang right off the top of your head.
Oh, that guy who had
not the guy.
The guy who had all the dirt and bugs around him all the time.
Who was it? His name was Pigpen.
How am I supposed to know his name's Pig?
He had dirt all around him. Pigpen.
You don't know Linus.
How about Schroeder? Guy played the piano.
Oh, what's the girl with the black hair who with the football? Why can't I think of her name? She always would pretend to hold the football out. She's kind of like a bully. What's her name? Sally?
No. Well, look it up.
You guys are invested in this.
There's Lionel or Linus?
Linus.
He had the blanket.
Schroeder. Linus had the blanket. Schroeder.
Hey, Billy, while Andrew loads that up or looks it up, should we play the AJ Brown
well,
audio?
hold on. Let me say you loaded. Look at that.
Lucy Van Pelt.
Lucy. That's it. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles started training camp on Tuesday. And as we move, by the way, do you guys know the Hall of Fame game is on Thursday night?
Yeah, football.
Here we go, man. Guys.
It's football.
Let's get
season.
a 3-point stand and let's get ready. But this is what AJ Brown had to say in training camp. I like this. That's why I want to play it. Let's listen to AJ Brown.
You're right. That's right.
All right, so I like where he's at. I like the fact that Nick Sirianni's been preaching that last year was last year. They didn't win, and they got to stay focused. But they one game, one day at a time. Keep focused. It seems like to be a theme that Sirianni's gotten through to the players.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, and we've heard him at training camp. He's been like yelling at the team, about
I saw those
pre-snap
clips.
penalties. He's like, he's getting pissed, and it's the first week of training camp. Like, he doesn't care. He just wants the best at all times.
He wants to win.
Yeah.
And did you notice what he said about? He said about the emotional ups and downs.
Yes.
Is he talking about the roller coaster ride that we're on with the Phillies? Because
right.
I mean, there is the fans. To me, it is more evident that the fans are affected more by wins and losses than the actual players themselves.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it is that mindset with the players that, like, they know that, like, they got to come out and perform every day. They can't dwell on a loss as hard as
just like we got to come out and perform this morning. We're all tired, right?
Yeah.
We got to
can't
perform,
dwell on
right?
the fact that, I was working.
Like I was out till 3 o'clock, or I was, at the night in Venice parade. We gotta show up, Danny.
100%. I mean, it's just take care of business every day, like the song.
Jason Kelsey, he's a true leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham, I like what I'm seeing from him already. Lane Johnson and your core three, and then who's the fourth guy?
Mylata.
Fletcher Cox.
You say Mylata?
No, I'm talking about the core four that have been
the leaders. Gotcha. Yeah.
They've been with the Eagles now for what, double-digit years, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Cox, Graham, and
they're 11th, right?
Kelsey, those three players,
Right.
if they play every game this year, they'll become the top 3 all-time most tenured Eagles.
Yeah.
Johnson's not too far behind him either.
No,
he was
he's
drafted in
not.
2013.
So I asked this question yesterday. I'm going to ask you guys. Offensively and defensively, what's the Eagles' biggest weakness?
Safety. I think
that's what Josh said. What do you say?
I think safety or linebacker.
I said linebacker.
It's between the two. I think I'd go with safety just because we at least have like a Nakobe Dean that we're hoping to take strides.
And you
this
hope
year.
he breaks out of the shell.
Versus safety, we don't really have much of anything. I mean, we have Edmonds who could be solid.
Well, he's not like an all pro, but he's consistent. He's like steady.
And we can
and Sidney Brown, right? I mean, we got him from Illinois.
And don't forget Reed Blankenship.
And
He
Reed
filled in a few times last year.
Head Reed Blankenship.
Really, since Malcolm Jenkins, the Eagles have been kind of just floating and punting with new safeties every single year. So, I mean, they can make do with an average safety or above average safety.
Yeah, I think it has to be between those two, though, because I mean, you look at every other positional group: offensive line, receiving core, tight end group, quarterbacks, D line. They're all pretty stacked.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be.
Look, I think the one observation we made yesterday, and I'll make it clear today, is the Philadelphia Eagles, went into camp with everybody participating. Not one person on the PUP list or injured list.
Chemistry's high.
Derek Burnett's back, right?
Yeah. No, it's awesome to see. I mean,
Devontae Maddox, he's back.
Yeah.
He's participating.
Yeah, and he debuted the Kelly Greens. There's a picture of him along with Josh Sweat. And who was the other player?
Brandon Graham, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Brandon Graham and
Hurts
with the Eagle picture.
And then there is a picture with Devontae in it, but not in the photo shoots.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
I'm so excited to get my hands on one of those. What are they going to cost?
What
Do
are
you
they
know,
gonna
Andrew?
cost, Andrew?
I would assume our normal jerseys right now are $130. So I would assume.
okay.
Are they stitched on numbers? Or are they?
I doubt
pressed?
it. I think
How much is a jersey?
I haven't
with
seen
stitched?
them yet. I don't think anybody in the.
You
club
haven't
has
seen them
They're
either.
like authentic.
Well, they're on I've seen it on Twitter or Instagram.
No, well, I've seen them, but not in person at the store.
Okay.
I've seen I don't know what the prices are. We've kept them in sealed boxes in the warehouse. I assume in the warehouse. I have no idea. I haven't.
Come on,
touched
Leeds.
them.
That's what you're. Come on, man. Just want to get us inside information, dude.
Come on, Leeds. Give us a lead.
Come on, Leeds.
I'm pretty sure in my paperwork, I said I cannot give insider information.
Billy, I mean, I'll tell you what,
give
though.
us insider information.
Now, Andrew, these jerseys, the authentic ones they wear on the field, they're going for like upwards of $300, $350.
Yeah, those ones,
They're the authentic ones.
It's
I have
crazy.
no idea where they get those.
But they get stitched on.
Yeah,
stitched
but
on stuff.
you really paying $300 for a jersey?
People do.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the $130 and be just as
So
happy.
we'll get my good friend Johnny DiMaria at Fan Treasures and Pro Image Sports to donate us a replica.
We'll hang it right in the background for the StreamYard.
Yeah, replace the old Wentz one.
Yeah, that's I got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Well, is that up there?
No, it's gone right now.
I got the Phillies pennant up there, 2022.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have a quick question for you guys, though, with the Kelly Greens. I mean, I'm going to be working. I've had a lot of time to think about it. What player do you think you would get a Kelly Green jersey of?
I already know.
Well, then go. If you know, let me think about it.
My number one's Travis Kelce. He's a lifer. You can't go wrong with him.
You mean Jason. He's a Travis.
Oh, pardon me, Jason Kelce. Travis Kelce punching his teammates on my mind.
Yeah,
Jason Kelce, number one. He's a lifer. He's an Eagles Hall of Famer. You can't go wrong with that. Number two, I always have favoritism towards Hurts, but I'm leaning towards A.J. Brown. I want to get an A.J. Brown jersey, get a fresh 11.
First of all, that's what my number was in high school.
Yeah, so you'd probably lean towards him anyways.
First, if I had to get a jersey right now, it would be Brandon Graham, 55.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be a good
one. Are you
one.
kidding me? The guy's
he's a legend.
First of all, we had him on the show. That's number one. Number two, when I met him in person, he's even a better guy than when you interview him. He was so appreciative of the fans. He seems like he really appreciates every day as an Eagle.
He's such a happy guy,
and he loves to meet the fans, and I thought that was a great quality of him. And then in order for me, it would be Brandon Graham, A.J. Brown, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, mine's very similar. Jason Kelce. I don't have Brandon Graham, but I have A.J. Brown and then Jalen Hurts.
See, for me, what's funny, I've been joking with my friends and family that, like, I don't know why A.J. Brown, it's like, I feel like he just seems like such a modern player, like how he's built and his size that, like, I can't. Like I've joked, like he looks like he knows what an iPod is. So like in a retro jersey, it's weird to me. Like
all right. So on the other side, I got a special treat for us. We're going to talk with a spotter, a longtime friend of mine. He's a long time. He's in the sports writers, sport broadcaster Hall of Fame. Billy Werndell's good. We're going to call Billy Werndell.
Alrighty.
He's in the Wildwood area, and he spots for Merrill Reese. He's been with Merrill Reese for years. And we'll get his thoughts on the Eagles.
That's an important job.
It is.
You don't
Billy's the best, man. Billy Werndell.
Especially when you're in bad stadiums too. I've heard Merrill Reese talk about FedEx Field, the Washington Stadium. He said it's awful. They look like ants from where they position them.
Listen, Daddy, you'll be able to talk to him coming
Let's
up.
do it.
All
Come on.
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Billy Werndell. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The hunt for October continues on ESPN Radio.
Another home run for Baltimore here in the inning.
While the Baltimore Orioles have fought their way to the top of the AL East, the Yankees are right in the thick of the wild card race, and they go head-to-head in Baltimore this weekend.
Throw to the plate, and he's out at home.
The Yankees and Orioles. Coverage begins today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Every piece of land has a story. For the Nelsons, it's cruising around their Montana ranch on a John Deere Gator XUV 835R. With 3,000 acres, there's plenty of work to do.
We're not afraid to jump in and help each other out.
That's how they've kept their ranch going for 5 generations.
It's all about efficiency.
Like teaching visitors to fly fish.
The whole joy with fly fishing is matching the hatch.
Run with us on a Gator XUV 835R and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Hey, baseball fans, the Bet Parks app has you covered. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances, home runs, hits, strikeouts. Bet game combos like winning team and over-under on total runs. Bet Parks futures bet on MVP, Rookie of the Year, and more. All new users bet $10 and get $125 in sportsbook bonus if your first bet wins. BetParks.com has terms and conditions. New users and winning bets only. Sports bonus bet must be wagered once. See website for details. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Ohio. Gambler problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Crank the AC because it's not just hot, it's sizzling hot. All summer long at Parks Casino and Sportsbook. Pennsylvania's #1 casino brings you more ways to make this your hottest summer ever. The slots are hot. Table games are hot. The restaurants are hot. The biggest and best sportsbook on the East Coast is hot. The entertainment is even hotter. Don't miss a minute of the action. Visit ParksCasino.com. Street Road exit off 95 in the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Parks Casino. This is how you win. This is how you win. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds here with me on a Sunday as we recover from night in Venice and all the other extracurricular activities during the weekend. But now we're talking Eagles football, and you young guys are getting an opportunity to speak with a legendary broadcaster from the Philadelphia area. He's a good friend of ours. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room, the legendary Philly icon, Billy Werndell. Good morning, Billy.
We had it last night. We had the bottle of wine last night with Billy Schwein.
Nothing could be finer than drinking with the Schweiner.
That's right. And Billy, you were talking about the Greene, and of course I'm going to do a show with Tommy in about an hour and a half, and then of course we'll talk about the Eagles. But I want to talk about the Phillies first of all.
Oh boy,
the roller coaster.
Absolutely embarrassed right now. You have 4 hitters in the National League. This is absolutely an abomination for baseball fans. The sport that they're putting on the field, not the Phillies, but across the board. It's either a strikeout, a home run, or a walk. It's not very exciting.
Or a double play.
Baseball's got to look at it because it is a bad sport right now, the way it's being played.
Yeah, but Billy, I got to tell you, with the pitch clock, these games are faster. They're averaging 2 hours and 41 minutes. I mean, it's keeping the game going, moving faster. But the product on the field, you're right. It's the evolution of the analytics.
They destroyed the game of baseball, and they're trying to destroy other games. I want to ask you: have you ever interviewed an analytics person?
I can't say that I have.
I don't think anybody has because they're in the protection program.
The witness protection program.
Because I got to ask you this question. If they're so important to the game, they're like the general manager, the assistant general manager, the manager, that they should be held accountable for their information. So why can't people get to these people? Why?
I don't know, Bill. They're more worried about how fast the bat comes off the ball, not whether it was a hit or not. Or, when you got bases loaded a couple times, you can't get any runs across the plate. It's a disgrace. It's a travesty. Did we lose them?
Give them the game last night. with 10 walks. But the Phillies did him a big favor. They struck out. I mean, Harper struck out 4 times. I'm not going to come down on Harper, but this club right now, I'm nervous about it. I think they should make the playoffs, and hopefully they have a run like they did last year. But you look at the top of the order last night against the Pirates, who are a AAA team at best, all right? You couldn't beat the Pirates.
Wow.
I mean, the top of the order, Schwarber, Castellanos, Harper, they did not produce. They're the big boys.
Not only that, Billy, the Pittsburgh pitching, they walked 9 Phillies last night. I mean, we scored 6 runs. That should be enough to win. But Aaron Nola, he's on a roll. Speaking about roller coasters, look at him. He get 2 good games, 1 bad one. 1 bad one, 2 good ones. The guy's inconsistent.
He's like the Dow Jones Industrial. Up one day, down the next.
All right, Billy.
The other thing you have to you want to turn to the Eagles, right?
Yeah, I want to turn to the Eagles. So I got my locker room youth movement in here. Danny Ryan, the producer, the intern, Andrew Leeds. They don't know, about Billy Warndell, what he does. Explain for the young guys and our listeners what you do with Merrill Reese on Sundays.
Well, I've been doing it for 50 years.
Wow.
This will be my 51st year spotting football games. I started out with the late Charlie Swift back in 1973. But it's a very important job. I mean, you can't discount what a spotter does. I mean, you have to make sure you know who's on the field at all times. With all the substitutions, you got to be up to speed. You got to point. We use all hand signals during the course of a game. There's no talking during the game. Maybe in a break we'll talk about something, but it's all hand signals. I have a board in front of me with the offense and defense, and when a guy runs the ball, I point to the runner. The guy who makes the tackle, I point to that guy. If there's pressure on the quarterback, I make a motion like there's the pressure coming, and Merle knows what that means. Right. You have all these hand signals that go into it. Forcing the fumble, recovering the fumble. I mean, there is a lot of work that goes into a game. A lot of preparation. You just don't show up on Sunday and throw the spotting boards in front of Merle and say, I'm ready to go. You got to get ready. I make the boards up starting on Tuesday night, offense and defense for both teams, and you just have to be on top of the action. I mean, you cannot take a play off. Take a play off, you're in trouble.
Hey, Bill, Danny Ryan here. We talked about it a bit before you hopped on the show, and thank you for talking with us about some Eagles football here today. But I'm curious, and I've heard Merrill talk about it a few times, but I want to get your take. What do you think is the hardest stadium for Merrill to see in as far as where the press box is positioned?
His vantage.
And which stadium does your job become the most crucial?
Well, I think Washington, you guys alluded to that. Merle hates that stadium. Now, remember, Josh Harris is the new owner.
Yes.
Is he going to change the configuration of the press box? Remember, the press box is in the end zone. There's an overhang. When you're in the far end zone, you can't see the end zone at the other end of the field. So it's very, very difficult. I mean, some are really, you look at the New York Giants, their field is absolutely tremendous to do a game from. You look at Dallas, now you're way up and you're in the end zone, but you have that big scoreboard. So Washington's probably the worst stadium I've worked in because of the way it's configured as far as, the overhang. You're not upstairs. You're in the first level. It's very difficult. The higher you are, it's a little better.
Well, we're talking with legendary sports broadcaster Billy Warndell. Of course, he spots for Merrill Reese on Sundays during the football season. And Billy, I know I've seen a lot of people start to give their predictions on what you think the Eagles are going to do record wise, and if they have the ability to repeat. Now I know the record of teams that have been to the Super Bowl and lost getting back isn't that great. But how do you see the Eagles? What's in your gut? Like, you think the Eagles be able to repeat, head back to the Super Bowl, and win the division, then go back to the Super Bowl?
I'm expecting them to. I think the Eagles are the best team in the conference. They have the best quarterback in the conference. Tell me another quarterback that's equal to Jalen Hurts. The only question with the Eagles is injuries, of course. but how does the right guard position play out? You lose a guy like Isaac Ciamalo, that's a big, big loss. It's either Cam Jurgens or Tyler Steen, the third-round draft pick out of Alabama. That is a very key spot. Remember, they signed Dennis Kelly, the big offensive lineman, has been in the NFL for about 11 years as a safety net. But that's a key thing. I think the Eagles could go 12-5, 13-4.
Wow.
I don't look at the schedule as daunting. Oh, it's a tough schedule. It's a tough schedule late in the year. Dallas, they play Kansas City on the road.
Buffalo.
They go to Seattle. They have Buffalo and San Francisco at home. So that part of the schedule is tough. But if you're a tremendous team, you step up to the plate. And I would be very disappointed that come the middle of February, the Eagles are not playing in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl and not against the Raiders.
I love it.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Hey, Billy, this is Andrew Leeds, the intern. And I was
Andrew,
curious.
how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you? And I just had a quick question about, obviously you're always hard at work when you're spotting, but have there been any like specific players that you've just loved to be able to watch from your vantage point? Like they're just electric on the field, either for the Eagles or just opposing teams' players that have stood out to
one
you?
guy was Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to watch him. I had the opportunity to watch Reggie White for many years, even going back to Wilbert Montgomery. Very electrifying running back. I mean, there have been so many players over the years. I mean, you watch offensive line play. I mean, Stan Walters was a perennial All-Pro as a left tackle. There's been so many players, Andrew, over the years. To pick one out is kind of unfair. I mean, I really enjoyed doing it. I've done college and pro. I've done over 1,000 games in my career.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of that.
Hey, Billy Werndell, I'm starting to get some text messages from my U.S. Air family. Said he's a Delco guy. I get Sharon Hill guy, Jimmy Reardon. He's Jimmy's
a good man.
You know Jimmy.
Good man.
Yeah.
And my cousin Jerry is always ripping on me all the time. What's that about?
Hey, listen, I don't see him like I used to. We were at the reunion about 3 or 4 months ago, and that's the first time I saw Jerry Werndell, but he is one heck of a hockey player, I'll tell you that.
Well, I think he got hit in the head with a puck too many times. That's his problem right now.
Hey, Billy, you got a book out. You got a book out called No Curveballs, My Greatest Sports Stories Never Told. Of course, I think you can still get that at Amazon. Is that correct?
Yep, you can get it at Amazon. But, of course, I may come out with another book. I'm thinking about it.
Hot off the presses. What's it going to be about, Billy?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it for about a year. I've got to put my thoughts together and really pursue something that'll be very captivating and interesting for the reader.
Now, Billy, what are you heading down to Wildwood and you do a show with Tommy Greene on Sundays?
Tommy Greene at Keenan's in North Wildwood. You're probably familiar with that.
Yes, I am.
All right. And for WBCB, a great executive producer, engineer, Chris Ermer, was nice enough to drive me down here. I'm an old man. He put me in the back seat of the car. Just be quiet.
Driving Mr. Daisy. All right, Billy Werndell, we really appreciate you chiming in. As always, thank you so much. Have a great show. And tell Tommy Greene we said hi.
Will do. Have a bottle of wine with Billy Schwein.
There he is. Legendary Philadelphia broadcaster on the Maserati, the mainline sports hotline, Billy Werndell. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati, the mainline. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the mainline, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, The Gregali makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregali elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregali for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Get fast, reliable Xfinity Internet. And now you can add a whole new way to watch the entertainment you love. Introducing Now TV, the best value in live TV and streaming, just $20 a month. Get over 40 live channels. Plus, watch movies, shows, and live sports with Peacock Premium, a $5.99 a month value, included at no extra cost. Start watching thousands of hours of content in minutes. So whether you're an action junkie, a sports buff, or a romance fanatic, you can stream all the entertainment you love, all on the network made for streaming. Now through September 21st, get the best value in live TV and streaming, all on the best network. Switch to Xfinity Internet for $25 a month for 12 months and add Now TV with Peacock Premium included for just $20 a month. Call, click, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Now TV requires Xfinity Internet. Internet equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to Internet service. Actual speeds vary.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I doubled down on it today. I figured it was fitting.
We're back, broadcasting live from the Tom River Auto Group Studio.
With this
Right.
sound, this sound is how I feel right now.
It was vibrating.
So I got a story for you guys. Last night, my brother actually told Monica, Joey, and Possible after the boat break, we were walking home, saw them on their porch. My brother started flying for Mid-Atlantic Jet Charter, and we were big police. We loved my brother Bobby, and I love the police. when we were younger, growing up, and the police were in their heyday. And my brother had to wear a beeper. He was like a glorified cab driver or limo driver, except for he was a pilot, right? So he gets a phone call. They have to go pick up, in the manifest, it doesn't tell you who it is. It says 4 individuals, whatever. And they fly to Kentucky, and they limo pulls up to the plane. Concert just gets over. Out walks Sting. Gets on my brother's plane. My brother's going.
Wow.
He's just like, we love Sting. We love the police. Sting gets on the plane, and Bobby said they're rolling down the runway, and all of a sudden the curtain, Sting pops his head up into the cockpit like he wanted to see Bobby fly the plane and take off. Bobby said his head was like this close to his head. And they were talking. He was asking my brother all the questions. As they took off, you could see people in the stadium with their lighters still lit. After a concert, you want an encore.
Mm-hmm.
What do? Now people put their phones on, right?
Yeah.
But pretty
Isn't that
much,
cool?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's an incredible story.
You two have lived some interesting lives, 100%. You pull a new story out every Sunday, I swear.
So, guys, I just hope you appreciate, Billy Warndell is a legend. And like you just said, he's like a founding father of sports radio.
Yep.
And he's been around for a long time. But when you talk to somebody with the experience and wisdom of Billy Warndell, I just hope you guys get to appreciate all the things that he has seen. And I have him on periodically because Billy, I believe and trust in everything he says because he's seen it all.
Yeah. No, it's really incredible. He said it himself, over 1,000 games.
Yes, 1,000 games.
He's covered every single play of every game.
He was talking about the hand signals with Merrill Reese. They've been together for so long, they probably could communicate without even talking.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, 50
You know what I mean?
years,
Think
that's
about
half
that.
a lifetime. At that point, it's second nature. You guys are connected because it's just such a ritual. It's such a routine at that point. You know what to do. I really was excited to talk to him about that.
And he's very down on the game of baseball, the way it's played. I mean, look, last night, let's play that clip, Danny. It's a double play to end the game with to get the bases loaded, right?
Runners on first and third, runners on the corners, one out.
One out. I got to tell you, you hear Tom McCarthy go, and there's one man on first and third with one out. Like he's all excited. And
Yep, just to be let down.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition.
And after that win, the Pirates had the exact opposite record of us. We finished after that loss at 56-48. They improved to 46-58. So, I mean,
if the playoffs were to start today, the Phillies are in the playoffs.
second wild card spot. Before last night's loss, they occupied the top wild card spot, but Gabe Kapler and the Giants overtook that with last night's loss.
All right, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm looking, no one's going to catch Atlanta.
No, it's not happening. I mean, what are we, 11 games back of Atlanta?
11 games back. All right, the Mets have raised the white flag, and they've basically surrendered. They got rid of their best closer. Remember, their number one closer was hurt for the rest of it. He's been out for the whole season.
Yeah, Diaz, of course.
Okay. Then Robertson fills in. He does an admirable job. They get rid of him, and then Scherzer's gone.
And Verlander's next. I'm sorry, but he is. He's
Sure
next.
he is.
The two guys that are
Verlander's 39 years old.
both of them.
Scherzer's 39.
Both of them are about the same age, 39, 40, and they're both the highest paid, not even pitchers, players in all of Major League Baseball at $43 million and change a year.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these standings, the wild card standings, and San Francisco's got the number one spot, followed by Philadelphia and Cincinnati are both tied. Then you got Arizona. Arizona is a team that I can't figure out because they've got some great talent on that team. They got a couple of the best pitchers in the league. Why are they struggling? They can't hit the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great talented team as far as position players go. I mean, they have some talent. Corbin Carroll's been outstanding.
Carroll's been unbelievable.
He might win Rookie of the Year, or possibly could have even been in contention for MVP if it wasn't for Acuna. But I don't know. I would love for them to start floating below that wild card line. Same thing with the
So
Marlins.
let me ask you this: you've been a proponent of the Cody Bellinger. You want Cody, but the Cubs,
they're in it.
but they're 3 games out of a playoff spot.
They're not going to sell. Yeah, at this point, they're
not going to sell.
They're 9-1 in their last 10, and they have a 7-game winning streak. They're not going to sell. I would love Stroman and Bellinger in a package.
Backing off that then.
It's a great idea. I'd love it, but it's not realistic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take a step back and focus on probably a Duval or another right-handed bat.
The Miami Marlins are 3-7 in their last 10, and they're starting to drop like a rock. But people predicted that.
They have a tough schedule.
The first half of their schedule was really light. Now it's difficult.
Yeah, they're 11.5 back of the Braves, just 1 game worse than us. 1 game in the loss column extra. 49 losses to our 48 for the Phillies.
I talked about this last week with you guys. And every time I see it, I just shake my head because you look at the run differential, the Braves are a plus 149.
Wow, unbelievable.
149. You know what the Phillies are? Plus 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we can't hit. We can't score runs
consistently, at least.
And we got 4, but I should have asked Billy Warndell what his thoughts were. Tommy Greene seemed to poo-poo it, right? Putting the 4 best hitters up front.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea. Obviously,
it'll just never happen.
Obviously, it wouldn't happen. But why
can't we think outside the box?
Because this is baseball, Billy.
Well, you heard Billy Wardell. The product on the field stinks.
It does.
It's not exclusive
for the payroll. Yeah,
right. And you look at a team like Cleveland, or not Cleveland. Excuse me, Atlanta. The Central, Milwaukee, and Cincinnati. They're like neck and neck, right?
Yep. Los Angeles.
The Dodgers.
They cleaned up at the deadline, have already picked up 4 new players.
They're plus 97 run differential.
They're right behind the Braves.
You've scored that much, that many more runs than
you've outscored your opponent by 97 runs. We've outscored them by 10, or I should say the Phillies have.
The Phillies are they are 28-20 at home. I think they need to improve.
Yeah.
That's not that good.
It's hard.
It's not that good, Danny.
It's not.
They're playing to.
It's not anything to write home about.
Their attendance has increaced.
Still 8 games
11,000 per game.
Still 8 games.
One of the best attendances in the league.
I'd be worried if it was like.
Why can't we win more at home? They love playing. Remember what the playoffs were like?
Yeah, I mean the Sixers for years were like the best home team in the league for like 3-4 years. That's because this crowd is so energetic. But yeah, I mean baseball is different, I guess, because you're playing every day of the week almost.
Listen, I'm fine with the home record, to be honest with you. They're 8 games above. How about the away record at 528-28? That could improve. I mean, the home's not
but if you were
ideal.
If you were to tell me that if you go on the road and you're 500, you would take that, right? Maybe a little bit, but the home record is what you.
I mean, with this team though, I want 5 games above 500 on the road at least. I mean, is that too much to ask?
Are they on a pace to win 87?
I'm not quite sure right now.
Probably.
I think it's 87. Does that make the playoffs? I guess it does.
It would probably be a third wild card spot if you get
year?
87. I believe they won 89.
89 last year.
89, yeah. So it'd probably.
I think they're about the same.
Yeah.
But
we're missing Reese.
Now last year they won 87.
87.
So they're on pace for the same record.
Yeah.
Literally the exact same.
I don't know if they're going to sneak into that wild card spot with these many teams in the race right now. I mean, now you're adding the Marlins, Diamondbacks, teams that weren't in contention last year when we got a wild card spot. They got to pick up soon. It's the dog days, as Tommy Greene talked about, and you got to get consistent with how talented this team could be. I mean, Castellanos is an all-star. He can't be batting. What did you say? 190
since July 4th. 119.
Happen.
But here's the worst part about that. 32 strikeouts.
He's chasing him.
Just put the ball in play.
And one guy we haven't talked about, because Castellanos recently and Turner all season have been kind of, taking in hogging majority of the attention. JT Realmuto has been putrid, man. Yeah. I mean, he's the one who grounded into the double play last night. He chased a pitch outside of the zone and just got over top of it.
Yeah, he has not been the best catcher in baseball.
In a position where you need to get that ball in the air and uppercut it, just swing for the fences.
Again, I was on my break. I got to watch the last inning. I kept saying, I was watching with this one other worker. I don't know who his name was. Mm-hmm. But I was like, just pop it deep.
Even with that final pitch, it was away. A line out deep to right, that scores a run. You're going to extras. That's all it takes.
And I'm going to... I know they're not going to change the lineup. They're going to keep. There's an argument to be made. I've seen people do it to keep Schwarber in the number 1 slot. My man's batting 185.
I love how you said that.
27 home runs. But wait, here's the kicker: only 65 RBIs. You talk about Brandon Marsh. He's got what has he got? 7 home runs, but he's got 40 RBIs.
And Trey Turner, I'm
I think
pretty
you're
sure
wasting
still...
what Kyle Schwarber, he hits home runs. You need him to drive in those runs.
Yeah, but we've talked about this all season long, Billy. For some reason, you just can't take him out of the leadoff spot. It's like the unwritten rule in Phillies baseball for some reason.
Not just Phillies. He's won wherever he's played. Now, his average hasn't been this bad.
Yeah.
But wherever he's played.
Yeah, he did it with the Cubs for a while. He didn't do it
win.
as consistently with the Red Sox and the Nats, but I mean, if for some reason he's comfortable there, I
just can't justify it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's more just like catering to like I don't want to say ego, but like, catering to what? Yeah.
The Phillies record with him leading off is like 27-13.
There's so many broken things in this lineup right now. That's the one thing where I get he's batting with a low average.
Right now, if the playoffs were to start today, they're still in the playoffs.
And that's why I've got hope. But with so many things going bad, that's the one part as he's heated up in that leadoff spot that's kind of not broken. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. Fix the multiple other things that you're worrying about right now in that
We
lineup.
all know that baseball is a game of failure, correct?
Yeah.
Let's face it. If you're at another job and you do things well 3 times out of 10, that's not good. You can get fired. If you're in sales and you only, you're not doing the job, they're going to get rid of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Schwarber, is he doing the job in a leadoff spot?
I'd say so.
The team is. You say so.
I mean, he's doing
it depends on what you expect from the leadoff spot. You expect him to set the table with a single every time up?
If he could just hit 242.
I mean,
honestly, it make me feel so much better.
It's just the type of player he is, though.
Yeah, he was doing even worse when he wasn't in the leadoff spot than he's doing right now. Like, remember when he was batting? They moved him back in the lineup. He was even.
You think
worse.
Trey Turner's upset with that he was put in the 7th hole last night?
I think he understands it. I think he's just
all he has to do is see one of his paychecks and then know.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just upset that he knows he's not playing to his level.
He's got to take it on the chin and focus. And it seems like he has reflected and he knows, he's aware of how bad he's been. He's trying to get better.
It leaves me speechless. I mean, it's a tough pill for me to swallow when I see Schwarber. And when I see 27 home runs, I mean, why is he not in like the 3rd or 4th or 5th spot?
Before we head to break, I just want to leave you off on this about Schwarber. Some guys are just programmed. I don't know why, just the player they are, to either strike out, home run, or walk at an alarming rate.
Right.
And that's what Kyle Schwarber does.
He does.
If it's not a walk, if it's not a homer, it's a strikeout, and that's why the average is so low. And hey, if it's at the leadoff spot and he strikes out, he's out of the way. You have the rest of the order to try and set the table. It's not the most cookie cutter thing. It doesn't make too much sense, but it works. It works.
All right. Young guys like it. They're going to stick with it. I would change it, but get off my lawn, boys. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website. At Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man at Philly Man Magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call, 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The hunt for October continues on ESPN Radio.
Another home run for Baltimore here in the inning.
While the Baltimore Orioles have fought their way to the top of the AL East, the Yankees are right in the thick of the wild card race, and they go head-to-head in Baltimore this weekend.
Throw to the plate, and he's out at home.
The Yankees and Orioles. Coverage begins today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stopped, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live. We're coming to the Autograph Studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room producer Danny Intern Andrew Leeds. Saw a lot of cool people last night. I saw a lot of people. Saw Pete from Chickies and Pete's. Charlie Bowman. Bobby and I were it was a lot of fun. It's unfortunate that the rain came, but
yeah, still sounds great though.
Yeah, all the houses look great. It was a Philly thing, man.
Yeah, that's fun. I wish I could have been there, man.
Predominantly all Eagles, I would say. Phillies were next. Hardly, other than the Flyers boat. We had one guy, so we had the Flyers, Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles pennant on the side of the boat. One was somebody shouted at me, "Where's the Union pennant?"
People are starting to care about it now.
We didn't have enough room.
Yeah.
Also, where do you even find?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably didn't own a Union pennant either. Let's be honest here.
You have to order from their website to get it.
What do you own a Philadelphia Soul, the indoor football league pennant too? Come on.
Had a lot of cool people. Bobby from the dock, Bobby all night long, just screaming at him. Everybody's having a lot of fun. It was a good time, and of course everybody was safe. Thank God nobody got hit by lightning.
Yeah, that would have put a damper on things.
But it came down, man. It did rain. So next week, Friday, we'll be broadcasting live on the beach in Margate for the Margate Memorial Lifeguard Boat Races Friday night from 6 to 8. Danny, you'll be with us.
Yes, sir.
Out on the field.
Let's do it.
On the beach.
Have ourselves a night.
And we're going to have fun doing that. The competition's stiff. I mean, I'm telling you, these guys and gals really bring it. It's free entertainment. It's free. You get to watch all this great competitive races.
Didn't you say we'll be on a platform somewhere near the water as well?
So Dan Adams, we get this big army truck.
Oh,
it's like a big, and we set up the table. You have the ESPN banners hanging over. It's
awesome.
going to be interesting.
Nice. I'm excited for it.
The Hall of Fame game is Thursday.
Yeah, we got some football coming up.
It's
here.
The Phillies, after today, 1:35 start. Christopher Sanchez on the hill. Then they take on the Miami Marlins for 3.
We're not going to talk again before the deadline passes. So final predictions, boys. Let's go around.
I say the Phillies get a right-handed bat.
Right-handed bat. Give me a name. I know you're probably going to say Duvall.
I'm going to say Duvall.
That's your final guess? Final prediction?
You know what? Dombrowski's such a crafty general manager. He's done a great job. I just don't want him. He has an MO of depleting the minor leagues.
He does.
I don't want him to see. That's the one thing I don't want. I don't want to give up on our pitching pro because remember we lost Painter.
Mm-hmm.
He had Tommy John surgery.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give up anybody.
If you can avoid, that's a bit far. I would give up definitely somebody from the farm system.
Give up McGarry
you got to give up one of them. That's the problem. If you're going to get a decent impact player at the deadline, one of them has to go, and it's probably Abel. I'd keep McGarry at this point. But
we made it through, boys.
Yep.
Busy week. We'll be at it again next week. Friday night from Margate, and then, of course, next Saturday and Sunday in the locker with Billy Schwein. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I want to thank Billy Werndell for checking in with us. As always, I want to thank Tommy Greene. We go on the mound during baseball season with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday.
Because
nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Let's go Phillies. How about we think we're going to get a win today, Andrew?
I think so. I think we're
Is
close out with
Sanchez
the
going to
win.
get his first win?
it's Sanchez bump day. We're winning, baby. Come on.
Let's go Phillies.
Let's go.
All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Well, I'll see you next week right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
South Jersey business owners, when Eagles football returns to the airwaves this season, don't miss out. Make sure your business is a part of the Philadelphia Eagles season with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick on 97.3 ESPN.
Touchdown!
Every week, the NFL's most passionate fan base flocks to 97.3 ESPN radio to listen to their favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles.